Hi, Leo. This is your September, mid-month, probably up to October 1st, roughly. All right, so Leos for September. It feels like you're the deputy in charge. When I get deputy in charge, that means that you're finally realizing who's the boss. You're finally realizing you're in charge of yourself. You're finally realizing that no one can make you do anything you don't want to do. You're also realizing that things are starting to get off on the right foot now. So whether that's in relationships, whether that's in work, whether that's in family, friendships, whatever, but just know, Leo, that things are moving forward at a very good pace. They're not slow, but they're not super fast, but they are moving enough where you're able to recognize the movement. Let's put it that way. I'm also getting that there is opportunities for you, Leos, in a very dramatic kind of way. These opportunities are going to come to you, I'm going to say, full speed ahead. So these opportunities have to do with either job improvement, job change, career direction may change, also wanting to go back to school, wanting to do a lot of different things, trying to take on something that is going to help you to grow. It may be a little uncomfortable, what it is you're about to experience, but uncomfortable not in a bad way, not in a painful way. There'll be no blood shattered. It's nothing like that. It's more uncomfortable like change. So that's the word I want to use, change. Change is coming forward for Leos. Leos, there's also something that has to do with turn of events. So when I say that change is coming, there's a new direction, new growth. Again, it could be a relationship. It could be anything. So with this turn in the road or this bend in the road, this is where things could get a little uncomfortable for you because they're going to, wait a minute, I got an itch on my face. Okay. Because they're going to take a turn. Some of you, something might take a turn for the worse because you're still investing in something that is not good for you. You're investing in something that's toxic for you. You're investing in something other than yourself. So therefore, for some of you, you're going to take a turn for the worse, meaning you're going to either lose a job because of your attendance. Somebody may lose a job because you're not doing the work that's asked of you. Some of you may lose your job because you just didn't show up, like a no call, no show. For some of you, this could be losing a relationship, separating from your partner, a breakup. And the reason that would come is because you're not either doing your end of the bargain or holding up your end of the bargain, or your partner is not holding up their end of the bargain. It's going to come to a point for Leos where a decision will have to be made on what or when you're going to act or respond to a certain situation. There is something coming as far as a turn of events for some of you in a very exciting, distinguished, kind of on the down low, in the background, so to speak, in the background, but it is going to come to you and it is going to be exciting. It may be overwhelming at first. You'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. What am I going to do? How am I going to handle this? Do I need to move? Do I need to relocate? Blah, blah, blah. But you will definitely put your interest into it. You definitely will give it attention. You definitely are going to reach for what you need to reach for. I'm really excited because it's like you're turning over a new leaf here. So from the middle to October 1st, the middle of September to October 1st. For some of you, you might have to wait a little bit for something to come towards you. For some of you, not many, but some of you are going to have to do a little bit of a waiting period. You might be by yourself for a little while. If you're not in a relationship right now, waiting for that other partner, that other person that you're in love with, the one you can't be without, to return, you might have to wait a little bit. Again, it's still going to come between middle of September, 1st of October. For some of you, I want you to be careful of arguments, discussions that don't turn in your favor, things that maybe you don't like, things that happen in a way that you're not happy with, something you think somebody could have handled better. It's also about Leos remembering not to place judgment on somebody, okay? Remember not to point the finger at somebody. You don't want to point the finger, because when you're pointing the finger, that could definitely be for pointing back at you, okay? So when you point, these three and your thumb is all pointing back at you while one finger is pointing at them. So be careful, because some of this that you're trying to put on someone else could be your shit as well, or your contribution to the bullshit. So if you have a lot of drama going on, if you're that Leo where there's a lot of bullshit and drama, a lot of hearsay, a lot of gossip, a lot of lies or rumors being told, listen, get yourself together, take your energy out of that level, put yourself back up where you belong, and don't listen to none of the rumors, don't respond to them, don't do anything. Let sleeping dogs lie, okay? Let it go for a certain degree. I also get that, tables are going to turn for you. Tables are going to turn, but they're going to turn in a very good way. Tables are definitely going to be facing in a new direction. Whatever you thought was your burden is now the table's going to turn or flip, and it's going to go to the other person. So the fingers are going to point at the other person. This is the way you're going to make very good strides coming up in every single way. You're going to make better choices and better decisions, which are going to lead you to something very positive. For some of you, you have to remember that saying that says, what comes around goes around. So for some of you, be careful of what you're putting out, because you don't want to get that same karma back that you were giving out to somebody else. For some of you, it might be your partner who is now going to reap what they sowed, meaning what's coming around goes around. What they put out is coming back to them. So for some of you, the person that may have left you and went into another party, a third-party situation, and maybe from the beginning they had somebody else, and they made you a side chick or side man, and they weren't putting you in the front where you belonged. Okay, some of you may have known about that, some of you may not have known about that, knowing there was another person involved. Either way, whether they were the third party or you were, either way, you allowed yourself to be caught up into some bullshit. And now when you're losing in that battle, you're wondering why? Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. So what I want to say here, Leos, is, you know what? Separate your wants from your needs. Understand that there is no one on this earth that you actually need. It may be that you want to be with them, you want to date them, you want to spend time with them, you want to be intimate with them, but you don't need them. For Leos, for the rest of the month, again, from September, the mid-September to October 1st, what I'm getting is that challenges are going to be set in front of you. It shows some of you may have to embrace something to do with a health condition, or a health diagnosis. Some of you may have to deal with something that is a little more broader spectrum, maybe in the ways of losing your home, losing your apartment, losing your car. Your car could get repossessed. Your mortgage, you could be evicted. You could be worrying about a Section 8. There's a lot of different things that could be happening. But remember what I said, the tables are going to turn. So you're going to be able to uplift yourself. You're going to be able to take that second job on, for some of you that need to get more income, to be able to get caught up on your bills and finances. The loss of your bills and finances was to do with either some type of addiction, whether it was gambling, drugs, whatever, or giving money to somebody who was very needy around you, and you were enabling them, and that's why now you're doing without. You've waited for somebody to pay you back, and they're not going to, because they never had the intention to. They just wanted to get a hold of that money. For some of you, this person made up a lie about what that money was for, and it was so convincing that you believed them and gave them that money. So be careful with that. All right? There's also going to be something to do with plastic bags, and I don't know where that's coming from, but she's saying something to do with plastic bags. So if you have too many plastic bags, get rid of them. If also some of you may have, be careful, there may be some cockroaches in those plastic bags or brown bags, something to do with bags. So whatever bags you have or brought in the house or came from a shelter or came from somewhere else, or I don't know where you got them from, maybe you bought something on Facebook, I don't know what you did, but get them bags out of your house. Get them out quickly before you have a big problem. Some of you may be dealing with extermination problems. Maybe you're in the southern states. Maybe you're in the warmer climates. Maybe there is a lot of issues that you need to tend with. But I feel like you're going to be able to get something that's safe to put down to be able to control and get rid of these problems. Some of you Leos have been waiting for that phone call, waiting for that communication to come. And a lot of you are wondering, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? Between the middle and the end, which is right to October 1st, okay? So between the middle of September to October 1st. And then from that point, you will be able to justify what had gone on. You will be able to work things out, meet each other halfway, compromise on a certain situation. I do see a lot of reconciliations going on right now for Leos, and I feel like it's going to be very positive. It is definitely going to be in your favor. So be ready for that, and just know that there is a lot of love around you. There is somebody who is missing you like crazy, wanting to talk to you, wanting to find out how you've been doing. It's been quite a while for some of you. For some of you, we could be talking 1 to 2 years. For some, we could be talking 6 months, 8 months. For some of you, it could just be 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But somebody is definitely missing you, and they're missing what you had. Now, a lot of you feel like you weren't enough for somebody, or they weren't enough for you, whichever way it goes. But I can tell you that things are going to be changed. Again, tables are turning for every single aspect of your life, Leo. So just be prepared. When the tables are turning, it is turning into your favor. So everything that you want right now, reach for it. It's like having a lucky star to wish upon. Manifest it, bring it towards you, because there is nothing that Leos cannot get between the middle of September and the 1st of October. It is definitely set out. Your destiny is being redirected for you so that you get back on track and you're headed in the right direction. The people that are in your life currently are supposed to be there, good or bad. They're supposed to be there because they're going to help you to get to the next level. You're going to learn how to deal with situations a lot better in this month, and toward the beginning of next month. You're going to be able to not get so frustrated quickly. You're going to have more patience, more understanding, but the best part is your knowledge is increased. Maybe due to the heartache, suffering, and pain that you've gone through, but your knowledge has definitely increased, and now you're going to be able to deal with things on a much better level, a much more thinkable, no flight or fight thing is going on here. You're going to be able to just deal with it routinely and handle it. So your outcomes are really, really good right now, Leo, so stay strong. Okay, and again, this is your mid-September, and this will take you to October 1st. The last message I have for Leo is a knock at your door, or somebody around your outside vicinity. Somebody is paying close attention or wanting to see close attention. I don't know if you have a peeping Tom in the neighborhood. I don't know if this is a past lover who was always very jealous of you, wondering what's going on. That person may have walked away from you, or you walked away from them, but they are still being that nosy that they're very up close and personal, meaning they are watching closely. So they could be across the street sitting in a car. They could be down the road sitting in a car. They could be looking for lights on in the evening time. This person feels like they have either a blue or red car. Blue or red car. If they're in their vehicle, it's a blue or red car. All right? So stay strong with that. Let me know what's going on. Comment down below if you can. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll catch you soon for my live.